All set?
Good afternoon, everybody. This case is another example of senseless violence that occurs in our communities that has resulted in the death of a young man and injury to two other people. I'd like to emphasize the critical importance of surveillance video in solving and apprehending people. You heard the evidence in court that there was surveillance video of incident outside that resulted in a loss of life, but I can't emphasize that enough, the importance of both public and private entities having surveillance video. You see time and time again in cases, the last year or two, many of these incidents are caught on videotape, or part of it's caught on videotape, that it makes it much easier to investigate and prosecute the case. That's something I've highlighted throughout the last 2 years, is how important it is. We live in a modern society with advanced technology, and as each case unfolds, it's showing how critical that is to solving these cases and making the investigation much easier on law enforcement. I am pleased the defendant turned himself in so that the resources of law enforcement and any potential violence been avoided. But again, another example of senseless violence in our communities that has led to tragic loss of life that is totally unnecessary.
Does it look like the defendant was targeting any one particular individual, or firing more indiscriminately into the crowd?
Well, that's something that has to play out in court. He's presumed to be innocent, so the case has to play out in the court system. But our position is that ultimately, when he fired multiple shots, that they were without any justification and has led to the death of one person and the injury to two others, and that's why he is charged with murder and related offenses.
Will anybody else be charged? We saw a lot of videos of what appeared to be a really large wall outside of JC's.
Well, like in any case of this nature, the investigation's ongoing. We'll see what unfolds, but the main focus is on the defendant being charged, which he has been. He's been arraigned. This is the first step in the criminal justice process, so we'll see how the investigation plays out. But the person, the assailant who shot and killed the victim, is in custody and charged with those offenses.
What does your office know about these two gangs that were mentioned in court today?
Well, the only thing I would say about that is it appears to be part of the case that you had two motorcycle gangs that became embroiled in confrontation at this establishment that resulted in what took place outside. So beyond that, I wouldn't comment, other than at least on that night, there appeared to be some reason or animosity that led to the various individuals coming together in the death of the victim and the violence, the violence that occurred that evening.
Do you know, were they all inside of JC's prior to this? I know they had mentioned a disagreement happened.
Again, I'm not going to get into those particulars. This incident just happened. So that's what the investigation reveals. I mean, I think there was an indication inside, obviously, at some point, but at the critical juncture when the violence occurred, it appears to occurred outside, and as you heard, is on video surveillance. So was captured by video surveillance. So that's really the theme here: importance of video surveillance, senseless violence. I want to thank law enforcement for their efforts in this case. This occurred, it's 10 o'clock at night, Friday evening in Fall River. That's a busy street, Bedford Street, people around. It's just, discouraging that these episodes occur, and there's in some cases, in this case, no conscience in terms of the people that can be impacted by it. Firing a shot, what if shots could miss people, hit people driving down the street? So it's just more lawlessness. And if the feud is between two motorcycle gangs, if that's what appeared to have been the case, then it's unfortunate. But we're going to prosecute this case. Investigation's ongoing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.